Hey there. Decided it's time to do a Trixie update. Been kind of busy working on the car, but I figured out that it's been about 7 months or so, maybe even 8 months since I last updated here on YouTube. I have been doing a little bit of work and keeping people up to date, from through email and pictures and phone conversations and whatnot. But nothing beats this format. So here's a Trixie update. I think this will be number 5. And today is January the 23rd, 2016. I've had the car for not quite a year now. I think I picked it up at the end of January last year. And Tom did a really good job of, Tom Chadwell did a really good job of convincing me that this would be a good project. It was a great deal, $200, but looking back over the past year, I can honestly admit that I had no clue what I was getting myself into when it came to this car. Not only did I know nothing about rotary engines whatsoever, but this car had been sitting on a trailer out behind a radiator shop here in Southern Oregon for at least 10, 12, maybe 15 years. And it had been about 20 years, I think, since it actually ran. So it had some skeletons, and it had some cobwebs, and it had some paper wasp nests, and a bunch of other stuff. So anyway, over the course of the last year, I've been able to get this thing put back together, or at least cleaned up, and I'm working on getting it put back together. So here's the update. Let's just get right into it. So we'll start here at the back of the car, and I'll kind of start at the back and work our way forward on the car. Last time I did this update, which would have been Trixie update number 4. There was still a big mess of wiring up in the front there. The front wasn't cleaned out. There was still a bunch of sound deadening in there. I had gotten a portion of the interior painted, but at this point now I've cleaned out everything inside of there. Josh even helped me do it a little bit too, which was kind of cool when he came up to visit a few months back. And anyway, I got it cleaned up and got this super sanitary bright white paint job inside of it that I really love. As you can see, both doors have had the door inner frame and guts taken out to reduce weight. I think I figured out that I saved about 16 pounds or so. Honestly, and all the stuff that I've cut out of this car and scraped out of this car, I think I've probably pulled out and tossed at least 175 to 200 pounds worth of stuff that just doesn't have a place in this particular car. So that being said, take a look at these back windows here. You'll notice that the rear glass is out of the whole back. Of course, up on top of the car, you see the Lexan or plexiglass rear window that was right here in the center, right here. And then I've got this one piece of glass right there that I saved when I took out the 2. It wasn't very easy to do, and I shattered one of them, but luckily I was able to save one. I'm going to use that as a template to make Lexan quarter glass. So this whole back end is going to be wrapped back up in clear plexiglass or Lexan. Something else you probably notice here is that the addition of a 10-gallon aluminum fuel cell. This thing was kind of fun to put in. I haven't gotten it all plumbed yet and hooked up, but I am working on getting that done. Good news is that it's in nice and snug, and it's not going anyplace. So that being in the middle and the back there, one of the things that I did was I decided to close off the gas tank door, and